Good day mga ka-teammates and welcome to my channel. For today's content, I would like to share you my personal review on the different advantages and disadvantages of the use of air purifying respirators. So first and foremost, I am not pressing judgment on anybody's decision on your choice of your protective gear. Let me make that very clear. I am not a product designer, neither a structural engineer, but I will be presenting my own personal opinions based on my personal experience as end user. So you might have already heard people talking about air purifying respirators, right? In fact, some of our contemporaries might have already have one and even suggested you to get one for yourself or for your staff. And the race is on where everybody wants a piece of it. Parang lahat gusto magkameron kasi feeling natin we will be secured by using it. So before you spend your money into something, you should know what are these for. Is this the best one that suits you? Is this appropriate for your workplace? Is this practical? Sabi nga, the enemy strikes where we are at our weakest. So this is the time when we don't pay attention to details, especially the small one. Our protective gear should not be worn for the wrong reason and for the wrong situation. So air purifying respirators, or what we call the APRs, works by removing gases, vapors, aerosols, including particulates, such as bacteria, viruses, that are coming from the air through the use of either a filter, a cartridge, or a canister. So it starts with an air source, so from the atmosphere, or generated by a machine, or as a compressed air. The air will be delivered to the breathing zone of the wearer by means of either a negative pressure or a positive pressure. So a negative pressure is the pressure we create inside a non-power respirators when we inhale. So pag manon ka, magka-create ka ng vacuum. So this will cause the forceful entry to the breathing zone of the wearer. Positive pressure happens when there is a forceful entry of air to the breathing zone of the wearer, provided by either a blowing machine or a pressurized source, like for example, mga tanks. So for the non-powered respirators, the air will be delivered directly to the breathing zone of the wearer. For the powered or the pressurized type of respirators, air will be delivered via tubings to the breathing zone of the wearer after it is being filtered. So the family of air purifying respirators includes one, these are the disposable particulate respirators. Okay? And then the second is the replaceable particulate filter respirator, which includes your half mask piece or the full face piece. So for the powered air purifying respirators, or the PAPR, or the what we call poppers, okay, this includes the tight-fitting PAPRs or tight-fitting poppers, because it fits you, okay, and this will be supplied by a powered air. Or it could be loose fitting. Ito yung nakikita yung naka-hood, naka-hood siya, okay, yung helmet types. These are the different types of your poppers. So there are also positive pressure supplied air respirators. This includes your fixed air supply, and the second is your pressure demand or the air tank supplied respirators or self-contained breathing apparatus. So these are just like your scuba. The scuba is your self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Okay? So remember, there is no right, there is no wrong in the choice of your respirators. The mistakes comes from the way we use it. So nasa tao ang gawa. Kahit gano'n pa kaganda ang isang protective equipment, kung di naman natin alam ang tamang paggamit at kung kailan at saan natin dapat gagamitin, then we defeat the purpose of protection this equipment will offer you. So there's no such thing as 100% protection and 100% perfection on your protective gear. So what is important is we know how to define the respiratory hazard in your workplace. So in this regard, we assign a protection factors, or we call this the APF, to your protective gear, which must be used as a basis for your respirator selection. What is an assigned protection factor? Your APF is a term used by OSHA to determine how well a respirator and a filter combination will protect an individual from the external contaminants. So we are not talking about the filter efficiency, but the appliance as a whole. So in other words, it is an estimate of the level of protection a respirator provides. So for example, an APF of 10 means that there's no more than 1/10 or 10% of the contaminants to which the worker will be exposed will leak inside to the mask. So an APF of 100 means only 1% leakage is allowed. Okay, an APF of 1000 means 0.1% leakage is expected, and so on and so forth. So that's how you interpret your assigned protection factor. So this assigned protection factor is where your NIOSH certification is based. So again, quality standard is the keyword. Now, let's take a look at the different assigned protection factor of each respirator. So the disposable particulate respirators has an assigned protection factor of 10. Okay, your half mask replaceable particulate filter respirator has an APF of 10 also. For the full face elastomeric, okay, it has an APF of 50. Remember, mas mataas ito. Okay, it has an APF or assigned protection factor of 50. And your loose-fitting powered air purifying respirators or the loose poppers, the one yung mga hood o tsaka mga helmet, has only an APF of 25. Okay? For your hood-powered air purifying respirators, no, it has a 25 APF. And for the full-face continuous flow, mga ganito, it has a 1,000 assigned protection factor. For the full-face piece self-contained breathing apparatus, it has an assigned protection factor of 10,000. So if you notice, all of them needs a fit testing, okay? Except the loose fitting poppers, no? Kasi garterized lang yung nandito niya. So, o kaya yung face shield na gano'n, hindi naman yan dumidikit sa skin. So, loose lang yan. So, except for these ones, mga ganitong type ng poppers, they should be fit tested. So generally, a fit test is not required for poppers with loose-fitting headgear such as your hood and your helmets. The other type should be fit tested because the breathing zones comes in various sizes and areas. So if it does not fit, then a leak will happen and will lead from one thing to another, resulting in an unsafe use of this said appliance. So let's start with our choices. For now, we will try to see the different advantages and disadvantages of using these different types of appliances. So let's start with the disposable particulate respirators. So what I like the most about these disposable particulate respirators, because they are disposable. So most models requires no cleaning or maintenance. So pagkatapos mo, tapon mo na kaagad. So there will be no risk of contaminating other people who will be cleaning your appliance supposedly. This respirator is lightweight and fairly comfortable to wear. Okay? So it is also easily available. It can adequately filter the inhaled and the exhaled air. Okay? It also provides an adequate source control of possible transmission of infection from the wearer kasi nasasala naman yung exhalation process mo. These are appropriate for use in clean and sterile environment as well as procedures like surgeries and intubation, especially when paired with goggles and face shields. It does not also interfere with the downward and the horizontal and vertical fields of use kasi open yung area mo. And it is already familiar among healthcare practitioners, so it does not require much training for use. Another one is that it does not interfere with hearing, okay? So, bukas na bukas yung tinga mo. And may even allow the use of ear instruments to be used without removing your mask. So, there's no effect on the mobility and it matches with most of your PPE clothing design. The disadvantages includes, okay, this type of respirator is a negative pressure device. Diba? Sabi natin, kinakailangan mong mag-inhale na gano'n, mag-vacuum para pumasok ang hangin. So, using this action produced by inhalation to draw the air through the filters. So, the inhalation process, even under the best of circumstances, will allow some contaminated air to leak into the face piece. Okay? So, meron at meron pa rin makakalusot niya. Next is it does not offer eye and a full face protection. So, there is a need for you to use other protective equipment such as your goggles and face shields for other protection from these classes of fluids. Okay, many models do not have an adjustable head strap so that sometimes they provide pressure source on the pressure points kasi mahigpit to, tigas. Ayan. So, for some, it offers also a degree of inconvenience in the airflow. So, communication may be difficult because of the tight fit it produces around the mouth and can add to heat burden also. So, usually gumagamit kami ng mga lapel para hindi naririnig ka. And it is difficult also for a user to do a seal check kasi paano mo isi-seal check yan, ang laki-laki ng surface area kung saan mo papasok yung hangin, so you cannot test for the air seal. So moving on, we also have the half mask replaceable particulate filter respirators. Okay, so what are the different advantages of using this one? This respirator has a single or a dual filters. No, they can also offer a 95, 99, and 100% protection. Okay, so it is low maintenance, and these are reusables, and only filters needs to be replaced when necessary. Okay, so this respirator is lightweight, okay, and fairly comfortable to wear. Parang disposable din siya. It does not restrict the mobility kasi maliit lang. So, madali lang din siyang gumalaw. It is durable because the respirators are made of rubber or elastomers, no? So definitely hindi siya disposable. So it can adequately filter the inhaled and the exhaled air and provide an adequate source control of the possible transmission of infection from the wearer with the use of accessories. Kasi ngayon, meron na tayong mga nilalagay na accessories, nilalagay natin na ganyan. This one, you can put a filter inside, and then you can take care of the exhalation process. So filtered na yung exhalation process mo. So this will be a good source control. These are also appropriate for use in clean and sterile environment as well as procedures like surgeries and intubation. Kasi nga, two-way siya. So, it filters the air that comes in, and it can also filter the air that comes out. Okay? So, it does not interfere much with the downward and the horizontal vertical field of view kasi maliit lang naman. And it is fairly familiar also among healthcare practitioners, so it does not require much training in order to use this one. So, its assembly is not too complicated. No? So, pag na-assemble na yan, lagay mo lang yung filter na gano'n, and then you're ready to go. So, it requires a lesser storage space and can be easily carried from one place to another. So, maliit lang siya. Pwede mong ilagay lang sa maliit na box, and it is portable. Okay? It does not interfere with the hearing also. It may even allow the use of ear instruments to be used without removing your mask. Pwede kang gawin ng stethoscope. Okay? They are easy to clean, no? And disinfect. So, babad mo lang yan, or you can wipe it with disinfectants, okay? And it is easy to do a seal check. So, seal check mo siya compared to the disposable ones. Kasi pag ginanong mo, just put the enclosure on the holes and then so you see the vacuuming inside. So, magkakaroon ka ng negative pressure, okay? So, it is well fit. And lastly, it also matches with most of your PPE clothing. Okay? So, for the disadvantages of these half-face respirators. So, these respirators must be routinely inspected. No? It should be cleaned every day, disinfected, and repaired. Kung meron kang sugat dyan or meron kang break, okay, this will cause safety hazards. No? So, kinakailangan walang sira. Again, this respirator is a negative pressure device using a suction produced by inhalation to draw the air through the filter. So, the inhalation process, even under the best of circumstances, will allow some contaminated air to leak into the face piece. Okay? So, it does not offer also protection to the eyes. No? So, there is a need for you to use other protective equipment such as your goggles, your face shield for added protection from splashes and fluids. So, many models are fitted with head straps. No? So, sometimes they produce pressure source on your pressure points. No? So, pag masyadong mahigpit, kakaroon ka ng mga pressure points. So, for some, it offers a degree of inconvenience also in the airflow. Kasi may filter yan. So, communication may be difficult, because of the tight fit produced around the mouth. And again, you can always use a lapel, to take care of this difficulty. And mainit din siya. It usually nagpapawis ka. So, it also adds to heat burden. So, since these are rubbers, hindi niya ina-absorb yung sweat. Next is the full face mask replaceable particulate filter respirators. So it offers same advantages and disadvantages with the half face mask except on some points. Okay, number one, it offers more effective face shield, no? Because it provides a full coverage of the full face, eliminating the need of other accessories like your goggles and your face shields. It has a reduced field of vision compared to that of the half mask elastomeric. Yeah? So kasi meron tong boundaries. But for me, practically, mas maganda nga yung window nito yung field of vision mo kaysa yung mga half mask kasi when you use a goggle, nagkakaroon din ng difficulty dun sa field of vision mo. Compared to this, para kang nakatingin lang sa windshield ng car, so mas malawak. Okay naman. I don't see it na nagkakaroon ng masyadong malaking interference with the field of vision. So other one is that this face piece lens can fog easily in mouthpiece if not fitted properly. So sometimes it needs an anti-fogging treatment. So for those who wear prescription glasses, it will be a struggle for them. So you still need a spectacle kit, okay, in order to use those prescription glasses. So next group is the powered air purifying respirators. So let's talk about muna yung mga poppers na gumagamit ng hood, helmet, or the ones that are considered as loose-fitting face piece. So the advantages of these poppers with loose-fitting face piece is that it provides eye protection that is compared to a half-mask respirator because buo din yung kanyang face shield. Okay? So this respirator is more comfortable. These are loose-fitting and wala kang pressure points. So usually mga garter lang yan or sometimes naka-float nga lang wala siyang contact sa skin because ang nagiging boundaries lang yan is the positive pressure that is created inside kaya tinutulak lang niya yung air so walang makapasok. So it also offers a low breathing resistance and provides a cooling effect in the hood or the helmet. It is better for the end of the patient because you can see the facial expression, reducing communication difficulties, especially for the deaf. So it can be worn with facial hair as long as facial hair does not interfere with the bulbs or the function of the respirator. Not like for these fitted mask, hindi ka po pwedeng gumamit nito ng mahaba ang balbas kasi ginanon mo, doon papasok yung leak niya pagka hindi siya well-fitted sa skin. So your prescription glasses can be worn kasi maluwag siya sa loob. Next is, let's talk about the disadvantages of your loose-fitting poppers. Okay. So this equipment cannot be used where a sterile field must be maintained because air exits around the hood or helmet. So mag-exit na gano'n. So hindi mo po pwedeng gamitin yan kung ang pasyente mo ay negative or hindi sila infected with COVID kasi baka ikaw mahawa mo sila kasi freely na pwedeng lumabas. So you cannot use this in sterile areas like the operating rooms or areas where inpatients are not infected with COVID because of the possibility na baka ikaw kahit asymptomatic ka or pwede ka maka-infect ng iba. No? Some uses yung nagmamask sila sa loob ng kanilang hood pero it defeats the purpose, di ba? Kung nag-hood ka na nga, naglagay ka pa ng mask, bakit hindi ka na lang mag-mask, no? The only thing is meron kang malamig na bumubuga. But then in cases kung saan everybody in the room is already infected with COVID, then you can use this one because there's no risk of transmitting infection from the wearer to your patients. Batteries must be charged and maintained. So like for any other machine, no? May sarili silang mundo, no? It has to be maintained by a biotechnician and respiratory therapist to ensure that it's functioning properly. Since these are powered air respirators or uses a machine, okay, hindi natin mabilis matantya ang kanilang pagtakbo, no? So sometimes bigla na lang namamatay yan and it stops there, no? It doesn't function. Wala kang magagawa. So this needs a high level of maintenance. Okay, like for example, batteries must be charged, should be maintained. You need the biotechnicians, no, a respiratory therapist, just to ensure the calibration of these machines. Okay. Next is the cleaning and disinfection of these apparatus. These are more complicated. So take a look at this. Habang mas complicated yung process of disinfection, mas malamang magkakaroon ka ng pagkakamali along the way. Usually, yung mga poppers na mga ito, binibili yan ng hospital, hindi siya binibili individually kasi this must be an institutional program. There should be a facility that must train healthcare professionals or other staff to maintain and properly disinfect and clean your popper. It needs a centralized sterilization unit for proper disinfection. So hindi mo po pwedeng iuwi na lang ito sa bahay tapos doon mo lalabahan or lilinisan. Okay? Mas maganda kasi kung meron talagang assigned na taga-disinfect nito. And sometimes, itong mga machines na ito are very sensitive, no? And your hood, okay, hindi mo naman yan mapupunasan lahat ng corners niyan. So sometimes, gas sterilization is better in doing this kind rather than doing it alone by yourself. Okay? Next one is the communication can be difficult and it may interfere with the visual field because the limited downward vertical field of view. Kasi laki-laki ng bulk nun. Okay? So a PAPR may be bulky and noisy also because of the machine. No? It is awkward to wear for some tasks and minsan naggamit ako noon ng hood. Okay? So paglagay ko ng hood, yung air na pumasok dito sa PPE ko and then lumobo ako parang balloon. So, just imagine how sterile will your body is, yung hair mo, yung gown mo bago mo sinit yung PPE and then once you stop yung pressure niya, ang exit ng hangin na galing dito is palabas na gano'n. So, it passes through your face. So, you can just imagine the risk or the complexity of this that you can reach some safety in the protocols. And it requires a significant amount of storage space in between shifts. So, yung usually yung mga respirator na may hood, ang lalaki ng mga container yan. So, it's not lightweight, hindi mo pwedeng dalhin from one place to another. No? So, ibig sabihin, okay lang siya kung you will stay on an area more than 4 hours, no? Pero kung saglit ka lang, tapos magtatanggal ka na naman, kinakailangan mo na naman magtanggal. So it is not practical to be changing every now and then. Not unless na marami kang extra na hood na pwede mong gamitin, then that would be fine. Compared mo sa mga ganito, you can use this in one place and then sterilize, you can go again in the other place. No? Hindi katulad ng mga powered, napaka-complicated siya. So for the tight-fitting PAPR, okay, it offers same advantages and disadvantages with the full face piece, reusable respirators, and the loose-fitting poppers except on some points. No? These are tight-fitting simply because it should fit on your face. Okay? So the advantages of using this is that the powerful face piece respirator is more protective than your half-face mask. Or kanina, di ba, yung APM assigned factor ng hood type is 25, while this one offers around 1,000. So the powerful face piece respirator is more protective than the half-face mask respirator. Okay, so the respirator is usually more comfortable because air is forced into the mask by the blower, okay, producing a cool effect compared to that non-powered full face mask and the half-face mask. So the breathing resistance is lower, more compatible with PPE clothing than the loose-fitting mask because the air pressure is only contained in the breathing zone. Hindi siya papasok na gano'n, tapos lolobo yung PPE mo na gano'n. Okay? So, it is most comfortable or more compatible to PPE clothing. It does not inflate and does not cause ballooning of your PPE. So adequately filter also the inhaled and even the exhaled air. So therefore, the good thing with this compared to the loose-fitting poppers is that it can adequately filter the inhaled and the exhaled air and provides an adequate source of control of possible transmission of infection from the wearer because of the readily available accessories. So these are the ones which are better used in clean areas or the operating rooms. No? So they can cover the exhaust valve with the filter, no? Pwede natin siyang lagyan because of the presence of some accessories. So these are appropriate for use in clean and sterile environment as well as procedures like your surgeries and intubation. So let's talk about the fixed air supply respirators. So these fixed air supply respirators uses a compressed air from a stationary source that is delivered through a hose under a pressure to a half mask or a full face piece. So they are compatible with a half face or a full face tight fitting mask. So pwede mong gamitin yung full face or pwede rin yung half face. No? So usually there's already a accessory that you can put in here. Okay? Para lagyan mo ng tubing yan para magkaroon ka ng yung blower also, yung maliliit na blower. Pwede mo nang gamitin ito. So, may nabibili na itong ganito na adapter kung saan mo pwedeng gamitin. Okay? So, the different advantages of this are the respirator is much more protective because it provides a positive pressure in the face piece. No? So, it can be used in sterile areas if the exhaust valve is covered, the breathing resistance is minimal, the respirator is relatively comfortable to wear. The disadvantages is that the airline hose restricts the user's mobility kasi nakakabit lang yan sa mga tubings. No? So this respirator exhaust air may be contaminated also by the user and should not be worn during clean or sterile procedure. So ito yung nakikita nyo sa laboratories. No? These are the poppers that are used in laboratories, okay, na hindi sila kinakailangang lumayo. So nakahook lang sila dun sa wall. The respirator must be also inspected, cleaned, and repaired. There should be a high level of maintenance that is required by highly skilled, technically trained personnel. So communication may also be difficult and it requires installation and maintenance of a regulated compressed air supply. Should be a great deep breathing air. Pag naalala nyo sa aeroplano, di ba, pag there is a sudden change in pressure, yung biglang babagsak yung ganito and then you get that one. So this will equalize the pressure around. Okay, so these are the fixed type of respirators. So the next types are the pressure demand or the air tank supplied respirators or the SCBA or the self-contained breathing apparatus. So the user dons a harness that supports the breathing air tank and pressure regulator devices. No? So full face masks are used with this type of equipment. Okay, hindi siya po pwedeng gamitan ng half face mask. So it's used for emergency response situations kasi nadadala mo siya. So the different advantages is that this respirator provides a greater mobility than the fixed source type kasi dala-dala mo siya. So it allows personnel to work in areas in which filter respirators would not provide protection and breathing resistance is minimal in forced air mode. So it also allows user to enter and exit a contaminated areas without disconnecting it from the air source. So the different disadvantages is the tank and harness is usually heavy. So mahirap gumalaw. And yung supply mo is limited time kasi depende sa capacity ng tank. Pero kung ang tanong nyo, Doc, di mo pa rin sinasabi ang choice mo. Well, personally, for me, it depends on a lot of factors. No? So first is the type of hazard. Next is the workplace. Third is the availability. Fourth is the ease of use without compromising your safety. And then, of course, the price. Okay? So, for general conditions, I usually use the disposable face mask. No? Kung punta ka lang sa labas or go to a gatherings, no? O punta ka sa mga department stores, you can use this one. In hospital lobby and in clinic or non-COVID wards, I usually use the half-face elastomerics. No? Kasi magaan lang siya, portable, madali lang gamitin, at mabilis lang siyang dalhin. For my surgeries that are less than 2 hours, I usually use the full-face elastomerics with the filters without the power source. No? But if I do surgeries for more than 2 hours, I usually use the full-face tight-fitting poppers. I don't use the loose-fitting poppers. Yun nga kasi they cannot be used in sterile environment. Okay? So for COVID areas, no, kung mag-stay ka sa COVID areas, so COVID ward of more than 4 hours, yung light-fitting poppers ang pinaka-ideal dito kasi matatagalan ka, hindi ka lipat ng lipat. If you stay naman in COVID wards or most of the patients are already infected for more than 4 hours, okay, doon ka na nakadestino, the light-fitting poppers are the best that you can use in there. So hindi mo po pwedeng gamitin yung mga light-fitting poppers with hoods kung saglit ka lang. Kasi sayang yung sterilization tsaka yung oras. Okay, if you happen to like this content, please subscribe. And you know what? I really want to reach everyone who are also interested with this topic, because I want to share a thing or two, and at the same time, I also wish we can learn from each other. So please don't hesitate to share this video after watching it to other people you know, and you might as well want to click that notification button for my other upcoming contents. And please don't forget to post down your comments below for any additional opinions, best practices, or anything that can help us grow stronger in fighting this unseen enemy, the COVID-19. So see you in my next video. Adios, ciudad y mentenente siguro.